Welcome back to our channel, King of United States, where we bring you incredible journeys of American icons who've made their mark on the world. Today, we bring you the life story of a man whose name has become synonymous with charm, class, and substance, George Clooney. From television heartthrob to Hollywood royalty, from relentless humanitarian to daring filmmaker, Clooney's story is much more than red carpets and designer suits. It's a story of evolution, commitment, failures turned into triumphs, and a deep-rooted desire to use fame for good. So sit back, because this is the story you didn't know you needed. George Timothy Clooney was born on May 6, 1961, in Lexington, Kentucky. He didn't exactly stumble into show business. It was in his DNA. His father, Nick Clooney, was a well-known TV anchor and host, and his aunt, Rosemary Clooney, was a popular singer and actress during Hollywood's golden age. You could say George had a front-row seat to fame from a young age, but his path to success wasn't some red carpet ride. In fact, Clooney's early years were pretty ordinary. He grew up in a tight-knit Catholic household, attended public schools, and faced challenges like anyone else. He developed Bell's palsy, a temporary facial paralysis, in middle school. It was tough. Kids made fun of him. But George learned to laugh at himself and developed a thick skin, qualities that would serve him well later. After trying out baseball and even attempting to make it to the Cincinnati Reds in the late 1970s, yes, really, Clooney shifted gears. Acting wasn't his first passion, but once he stepped in front of a camera, everything changed. He began with bit parts in sitcoms and dramas in the 1980s, but success didn't come easy. Years went by with no big break, just endless auditions, small roles, and rejection. He played everything from a handyman to a detective, appearing in shows that you probably wouldn't even recognize today. But then came, The year was 1994. George Clooney was cast as Dr. Doug Ross on the medical drama and overnight, he became a household name. That rugged jawline, that quiet confidence, and the layered emotional depth he brought to his character, it all struck a chord. Clooney wasn't just a good-looking guy on TV anymore. He was a serious actor. And Hollywood noticed. Unlike some stars who get stuck in one role, Clooney was smart. He didn't want to be typecast as the TV doctor forever. So he began picking diverse film roles. His early movie career included hits like From Dusk Till Dawn, Out of Sight, and Three Kings. He was showing audiences, and critics, that he could do it all. Comedy, action, drama, Clooney brought the same commitment to every role. By the early 2000s, Clooney was doing more than acting. He was shaping stories. He co-founded Section 8 Productions with Steven Soderbergh, a move that gave him creative control behind the scenes. This wasn't just about stardom, it was about impact. And with films like Ocean's 11, Clooney became part of one of the most successful franchises of the decade. But what really sets Clooney apart is his willingness to take risks. In 2005, he directed and starred in Good Night, and Good Luck, a black-and-white film about journalism and McCarthyism. Not your typical box office hit, but the film was a critical success, earning 6 Academy Award nominations. Clooney proved he wasn't chasing popularity, he was chasing purpose. He's also not afraid to get political. He's used his fame to speak out on global issues, particularly in Africa. His work in Darfur, his advocacy for refugees, and his role in founding The Sentry, a project to track corruption in war zones, have made him more than just a movie star. He's become a global citizen. And he doesn't do it for headlines. He does it because he cares. But let's not pretend his life has been all sunshine and success. George Clooney has faced major setbacks, including a spinal injury while filming Syriana that left him in unbearable pain and even contemplating life itself. It was a dark period. But he pushed through, and his role in the film earned him an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. That win wasn't just about the performance. It was about endurance, resilience, grit. Clooney's personal life has also gone through its own evolution. For years, he was Hollywood's most eligible bachelor. The media obsessed over his relationships, and Clooney himself said he might never marry again. But then, everything changed. He met Amal Alamuddin, a brilliant human rights lawyer, and the world watched as one of Hollywood's most infamous bachelors became a devoted husband. Their wedding in Venice in 2014 wasn't just glamorous, it was meaningful. Together, George and Amal Clooney have become a power couple in the best sense of the word. They've used their platform to launch the Clooney Foundation for Justice, advocating for human rights and fairness in global legal systems. Whether it's building schools for Syrian refugees or helping journalists imprisoned for speaking truth, the Clooneys are doing the work. Quietly, effectively, and relentlessly. In recent years, Clooney has continued to challenge himself as a filmmaker and actor. From directing The Midnight Sky on Netflix to starring in Ticket to Paradise alongside Julia Roberts, he's showing that he's not slowing down. And even when he takes a step back from the spotlight, he stays involved in causes that matter. He's not interested in staying relevant just for the sake of it. He's focused on legacy. And let's talk about that legacy. George Clooney represents a rare breed in Hollywood. Talent, charisma, and heart, all in one package. He doesn't just chase roles, he crafts them. He doesn't just follow trends, he sets them. And he doesn't just show up to charity events, he builds systems that drive change. Clooney's journey from small-town Kentucky to international superstar is the stuff of legend. But what makes his story powerful isn't the fame. It's the way he's used it. Whether on screen or in real life, George Clooney shows us that success isn't about awards, it's about impact. And as fans, we get more than just entertainment. We get inspired. Because behind every film, every speech, and every appearance is a man who believes in justice, who values love, and who understands the power of story. And that's why George Clooney isn't just a movie star. He's a symbol of what happens when charm meets conscience. When talent is guided by values. And when the spotlight is used not just to shine, but to illuminate the path forward. Thanks for watching today's episode on King of United States. If you felt inspired by this story, if you learned something new about one of America's most remarkable modern icons, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because here, every story matters, and every legend deserves to be told. See you next time.